Hey, everybody, welcome to Compass Productions. Welcome to the Tuned In Show at 11:19 instead of 10:30. If you hop on, please say hello. Let me know you're here. If you watch on replay because it's Thanksgiving or American Thanksgiving, and you might be feasting right now, you might be busy with family right now, as I will be in about an hour. So I just wanted to hop on here and say a few things that are important. Days like today with family gatherings or not can be like the most amazing, memorable, joyful, blissful days for some folks, and then really lonely, painful days for others. And so today, my message, my reason for showing up on Compass Productions on this holiday, and my reason for coming live before I move forward with the day was to just bring attention to all of the different energies and frequencies that exist today, and to honor them, and to just say that I see you. Okay. There have been many family gatherings, many holidays, where maybe this is yours, but I just want to call it out. There have been so many holidays where you feel committed, you feel responsible for smiling, you feel responsible for joy, even if it isn't authentic, even if it isn't felt deep down, right? Some people are really lonely today. Some people are alone. And when other people are together, when so many other people are together, today amplifies or could amplify loneliness, if you're by yourself. And then today could also be wrapped in expectations, right? Holidays tend to not only wrap gifts, but wrap expectations. And what I mean by that is that we have not only expectations we put upon others, but expectations that we feel, and maybe that's just a thought in our mind. It's always a thought in our mind. But I'm going to show up. I need to have a smile on my face. I need to be happy. I need to be joyous and smile and pretend like everything's okay. And sometimes that's not actually what's going on internally, right? So sometimes you're smiling on the outside, but you're bawling on the inside. You're really sad on the inside. And sometimes you're giving every ounce of energy that you have in your soul to appear happy when you're breaking apart inside. And I have had those holidays, where you kind of sit around the table and people are talking and there's all this background noise, and you have that Charlie Brown effect, right? Where you're like, wah, wah, wah. Because you have your own inner battle happening. You are at war within yourself, and only you know. And so I just want to come on here today and say, I see you, I witness you. You do get to be authentic to yourself. And sometimes we anticipate the outcome of sharing our genuine feelings and our authenticity. Like, no one's going to want to hear about my problems. No one's going to want to really see me cry and break down. So I'm going to do my best to put on a show. And that isn't always the case, right? Sometimes the greatest gift you can give is your truth. And people hold space for you in surprising, unique ways. And so I just felt like coming on here to say, whatever you're feeling, I honor you. Whatever happiness or sadness is going inside, it's yours and it's meant for you. And even if today is really, really hard, um, it's hard for a reason. And I believe that. I believe that even our challenges and our obstacles and our sadness comes to us with a gift, even if the gift is not known in the present moment. And I also summon today patience and kindness and empathy as we interact with people who might trigger us, as we interact with, can you hold off on the ice, baby? As we interact with family that, may say things that we don't want to hear, or may, it's family. It's what they are. And I believe that all of us have this kind of soul agreement to come into this lifetime together, because in some way our interaction helps each one of us, it propels each one of us into the direction that our soul is going. And so they're not always the perfect relationships, but they're always for our greatest and highest good. And that isn't always information that you're willing to digest. That isn't, especially if one of your family members has caused any kind of trauma or pain, and you have to face that today. It doesn't feel like it's in your greatest and highest good. Having to be in the room with someone who makes you uncomfortable isn't feel like it's for our greatest and highest good. But I can tell you, being on the other side of that, having done it and living through it, that I was able to see in hindsight some of my growth. And some questions are still unanswered. Sometimes I don't know why things happen the way they do, right? Because that's my humanness trying to figure out my eternalness, my soulness. I know this message comes disjointed, or at least it may, but I know the right ears on the frequency of the message that I'm calling in today are going to hear it exactly as they need to. They may not even hear it as I speak it. They may hear it as they need to hear it. And that's the beauty of when you share your message, right? You say it. You are kind of guided to say it and feel it in a certain way, but it gets translated as it goes through someone else's energetic field. So as I speak to you and I'm hearing what I want to say and I'm feeling what I want to communicate, it's going to land in the ears and the hearts of the people who need to hear it, and their own energetic system, their own cellular bodies is going to reorganize the words and the information and the energy in order to affect them the way that it's supposed to, right? It's like a cellular translator. And so I do believe that everybody gets your messages in their soul language. And that's why you can't worry, like, how many times have you communicated a message? Because if you're me, you do it all the time, and you worry, did I say it correctly? Did it make sense? Do you think people understood that? Do you think people know what I meant? And at the end of the day, hey guys, can you wait 1 second? At the end of the day, the answer is yes. And if you were to ask them to, okay, tell me, what do you think you heard when I said that? They may translate something completely different, and it's okay, because they got the message they needed, right? You just lit that little fire. You just sparked what they needed in the moment. And then their cellular translator, it's not a Google translator, it's like a cellular translator, went and it gave them the message that they needed. And you have to trust that this is how it works. And I know personally, just in my little field, that there are some people today that are having a difficult day. And I know that, sometimes it's amazing. You have kids home from college, or you have all your families together, and there are people who are just like, this is the best day of the year. And there are other people who are home alone. There are other people who are maybe not feeling too hot. There are other people who have lost someone, and we just need to be there for each other collectively. So even if you're at a table full of love and happiness, say a prayer, send some light, send some love to everybody on the planet, whether they're at your table or in your neighborhood or on your street or in the world. Let's just all send out just these huge emissions of light today, so that everybody who is just the slightest bit touched by it will feel the warmth that comes from you, and they won't know where it came from, and they won't know why it's there, but they'll just in that moment feel hugged and loved and cared for. And that's our gift for today, right? Because we are families to those that birthed us. We are families to those friends, our chosen families, but every human on this earth is a human family, right? That is what today signifies, is that whether I know you or not, whether you're watching this on the other side of the world or you're watching it from my city or you're watching it as my blood relative or you're watching this as my friend or someone who hopped on for the first time and has no idea who I am, in some way, somehow, even if it's on an energetic level, because we share this planet, we are family. And I care about you. And I want to send you love today. And I want to honor your existence on this planet today and say that you matter, your stories matter, your energy matters. Every day you've lived matters, and every day you will live matters. And every thought you have matters. And every love zing you've ever felt and every tear you've ever cried, it all matters. And it's all woven together, right? So as we weave our own story, we're weaving with other people, and there's this beautiful earth quilt that's being created. And so notice that today. Notice that as you weave your story, you're weaving into the story of the collective. Notice that your love can extend past you, past your home, past your city and state, and it could just be that ripple of light that the world needs today. And what if in one moment everybody just felt this like beat of light come through them? How amazing of a gift. I know some of it may sound cheesy, but that's okay, because I love cheese. It's my favorite food, and I love you, and I love getting time each day to give this message. I know it didn't come at the usual time, guys. I am working on my commitment to time, but as I said yesterday, and if you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back and watch it. But time is just how tuned in I am to my evolution. Time is me tuning in to my evolution. And my evolution is me doing a dance with linear time, right? I've always struggled with it. I am working on it. I get so caught up in moments. I get so caught up in people that I honor that more than the structure of linear time. And whether that is good or bad, you can make your own judgments, but I am working on it. So if I disappoint in any way by not showing up at 10:30 a.m., at least this week during a holiday week, I apologize. I hope that even if you watch me on replay, that the message touched your heart, touched your soul. And if you know of anybody who needs to hear this or anybody who would benefit, then please share. And whatever you do, just let me know you stopped by, even if it's just to say, hey, I was here. Let me know that you were in the room and that you saw me, and so that I can see you back. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for being a supporter and a follower. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on all the things. And I'm usually here at 10:30 a.m. for Tuned In. And I will be back again tomorrow. I love you all very, very, very much.